Here I am. I'm under here somewhere, I swear. Let me get this. And welcome to Philo. This is episode number 17, Poop from the Skies. I've been naming them the whole time, but I haven't really talked about the name. I just kind of put it in the title. Today, as a fellow guest host, or real host, we have Robin. And as guest artist, we have Kay. Hi, Kay. And then this is going to be Kay's screen. This is going to be my screen. And we got Cat Cam. So let me do this so then that way I can get us organized. I'll put me under there. I'll put Kay in the middle. And Cat Cam over Miss Robin. So you can see where I left off previously. This is panel 8. We left off on panel 9. And so let me grab this real quick and show, and then I will put that in the big screen. So okay,
is
so
the cat
this
getting catnip tea?
The cat is getting tuna water.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yes, so the cat.
I thought maybe it was catnip tea.
So this is my website, panelpanel.com. If you go up into the archives and you come down here, we have Philo pages, we have Philo episodes. Where we left off in Philo pages. So Meow channels his chi. Meow attacks the giant beavers. Our group stunned. Kaiju Council had to decide if the giant beavers are kaiju. They escaped to rescue Otis and Dapatan. The group runs across flying pigs and escape. They fly into chaos. The Willendorfs inevitably... What does it say down here? The Willendorfs levitate porta potties and hurl them. And so that's where we left off on the pages. And then, so the raining poop makes the Willendorfs strong to attack. And then the last panel, I have to remember what it is. I have to open it. I should have had this open ahead of time. But yeah, you were talking cool stuff, Miss Robin. We lost Miss Robin. Oh no!
No, I'm still here.
Okay, you're there. But yeah, you were.
I'm still here. I'm not frozen.
Okay.
All right. Well, first of all, I should mention that there's no 10-year-olds on the feed today.
Okay, that's good.
So we're safe. No, I was just talking about how that's the poop. They get magical powers now, right? Some kind of magical powers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Willendorfs use their poop strength to attack. So that's where we left off, is we have the Willendorfs using poop strength to attack. I have no idea what they're attacking. There's chaos going on. They're back at the Castle of O. So what happens?
Oh, they're back at the Castle O.
Yeah, they're back at the Castle of O, I guess.
Okay, so our peeps have escaped. They're out of the castle, right? They're on flying pigs?
They're on flying pigs outside of the castle at this moment.
But are they heading towards the castle? Because they have to rescue Dapatan.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just clarifying, like, what we're doing here. And then we still have to talk about Chairman Meow and what he's up to.
Well, we could do a meanwhile. You know, meanwhile, Meow is doing this. If we want.
Meanwhile, Meow is in the castle basement trying to conjure up an evil demon to stop everything.
I thought he was still fighting beavers, and there was the Kaiju Council.
Oh, right.
And all of that.
Well, there's still that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so meanwhile, back at the Kaiju Council.
Meanwhile, at the Kaiju Council.
They were arguing whether beavers were kaiju.
Yeah. So meanwhile, at the Kaiju Council, council is EL, I think. I swear I can spell. Meanwhile, at the Kaiju Council, let's see
Is the beaver with the beard there with the rest of them? The leader beaver.
The leader beaver? Yes, I believe he is there with the rest of them. He was in the fight.
All right.
So we're gonna
Okay,
say
so-
the leader beaver argues that they're not kaiju, and therefore not under the purview of the council because they. Well, I mean, are they
They're
kaiju?
magical Canadian beings.
They're
We
meanwhile
didn't
the
get an
kaiju
outcome.
council.
We need an outcome.
Yeah.
the-
But well, first of all, they're magical Canadian beings, so they can't anything. Like they can't. Like that's why they're not kaiju. They're like totem spirits or something. The outcome is that. Oh, geez.
I know it's hard. It's hard,
They
right?
end up on a flag.
Can't we have like the Willendorf army crashing through the castle and then the pigs flying in as well, and then and this is all happening at the Kaiju Council?
Well, the kaiju council's in the woods, right?
Like
because
you-
that's where
oh.
the beavers were, and they made a dam.
Oh, okay.
And then remember, Meow comes up to the dam, and then he channels his chi and fights them, right? But then that's where the kaiju council show up. Our guys leave and come to the Oak Castle again, and it's chaos.
Okay. Well, we're still talking about Mao.
Well, I'm thinking, meanwhile, at the Kaiju Council, the leader beaver argues they're magical Canadian beings. And that brings
Yeah.
us back to the Kaiju Council. And then after that, what I'm thinking about for Kay is if they're magical Canadian beings, then the Kaiju Council has no like jurisdiction. Yeah, they have no jurisdiction, and I realized I lost a cat. But they have no jurisdiction, so you can't just force a cat up there. We'll see if he wants to stay.
So the beavers overrun the council. They swarm Mao, and they're dragging him back to the castle.
Okay, I like that. So they're magical Canadian beings. So the Kaiju Council and the beavers overwhelm Meow.
Yes. No, the Kaiju Council just disappears because they're embarrassed again. Once again, which is weird. Isn't that what happened last time?
Yeah, again, no, they were mad at Godzilla for wasting their time because suddenly there was no kaiju.
This time they're embarrassed and
How
they're
do I know all this?
What?
How do I know all this?
It's your story. Unfortunately, I'm a stoner and I forget.
Well, I'm a stoner too, but
Thank God you're paying attention.
At least one of us is, yeah.
I got the ideas. You got the brains.
So Kay, I'm thinking the Kaiju Council and the beavers overwhelm Meow to take him back to the Oak Castle. And write that down in the bottom so you remember what we're saying.
No.
Do you remember it?
Yeah, just a second. I need to oops. Yikes.
Okay.
I need to get this down there. No. Come on.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did everything die on you?
No. I'm just undo.
It's working. It looks like it's working to me.
Yeah, I need to get the lettering into the box again.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There we go. And I need to tell it that it's man. There we go. Sorry, Piker. There. All right.
So glad I don't have to do all this.
What draw?
So glad you guys do it.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's okay, I can do it. Yeah, so we got our leader beaver right there. And
With fake beard.
yeah, with his wooden beard.
Well, the leader beaver.
Let's see. And I'll have these guys back here, just making sure that they're gonna get the right sentence from the Kaiju Council, right?
You should give them like a Canadian halo. Like, like the halo is the shape of the maple leaf, and then it beams outward to prove that they're like magical Canadian spirits.
Well, I was going to give this guy a toque.
Okay. Yeah, that's Canadian.
I think that would help. And then this guy definitely has the big luscious beard, which is very common to the male Canadians of the male of the species of Canadian.
Actually, I see that you have given him that's the beard, right? It's not a neckerchief?
Yeah, it's
okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's the beard. Why you want
you could give somebody something. No, I was thinking one of the beavers could have like a checkered something, because that's very Canadian, like that sort of flannel look.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. If like he could have the little like furry collar on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too.
Ear flaps for his little ears.
Yeah. Okay, and then because it's the Kaiju Council, we have to draw Mothra, so I have to look up Mothra again.
Those are neat critters.
He's got big red eyes.
Yes, I know that.
And giant black wings.
Let's see. Actually, his wings are orange and black.
Oh, okay.
If you're curious.
If you know your cryptids.
Yes. Should you know your cryptids? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a good thing. And then he's got like these white goggle things around his eyes, almost, but they're furry.
Speaking of cryptids, well, not really, but I collect Monster High, right? Like, and it's like they're all like the daughters of the monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
The one that just came out this week, I didn't get it, but I was kind of tempted to. Was the creature from the Black Lagoon? She looked really cool.
Oh, the creature from the Black Lagoon's like one of my favorite. Oh, it's like my favorite of the Universal movie monsters. Because
this one's very girly. Like she's the daughter of the creature of the Black Lagoon.
No, but still, that's cool. It's a cool character.
Yeah, she had like gills, and she had like these like webbed hands and stuff. She was pretty cool.
Nice.
I'm so far out of childhood.
I couldn't get her because I went and I got this one instead.
What'd you say, Kay?
I'm so far out of childhood. It would be cool to experience Monster High as a childhood toy companion. Yeah. I had the Barbies. Yeah, Barbies. But
I was never.
These are like monster Barbies. They're basically monster Barbies. So she's like the daughter of the Phantom of the Opera, and her little buddy is a spider. You see the spider in her bow tie?
Mm-hmm.
It's her little buddy.
I feel like Godzilla should still have a tie on.
Yes.
Because it's a kaiju and it's fun.
Yeah.
So she's like a rockabilly girl. She's like a singer, and this is like her guitar. And she has like keyboard shoes. I don't know. I normally take them out of the box, but this one I'm not, because she looks so cool how it is. See?
Mm-hmm.
As a counterpoint, I should show off some of my antique dolls.
How creepy are they?
Oh, totally creepy. I like to
on a scale. Okay, on a scale between like delicate porcelain doll and like haunted, where are they?
Let's see. These are busted dolls from long time ago.
Definitely closer to haunted.
They're actually rather scary.
Yeah, definitely.
And they always intend to rehab them, but at this point in time, I do not have any time. So I like to look at them, but they are scary. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't have any like my Monster High dolls. They're all cute and charming and girly. You know what I mean? They're not hideous. I don't have any scary toys.
I have to show a toy that I got.
Oh. Woo.
I have to show a toy that I got. My birthday's next week.
Oh, okay.
And Ian got me Brooklyn.
Oh, nice! From Gargoyles.
Yeah, and you can see I got his glasses on. He's got the spell.
Who made it?
Who? Ian, what's the manufacturer of the gargoyles? NECA.
Oh, wow, nice. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Hell
Next-
Ian. To be Dune shamed by Amber. Did you not watch the second movie yet? I haven't, so don't say anything. Me and my brother are gonna go probably next week, we hope.
I have come this evening to be Dune shamed by Amber. Hello. Hi, Edge of Humanity. And then here's Satan. I have not been, I'm not like Dune, Dune shaming anybody. Not at the moment, at least.
Nice panel.
Oh,
no
yeah.
Dune spoilers.
Kay, did you get the description in?
So what I'm doing next is what? I'm sorry.
Well, anybody who's read the books knows how Dune ends.
The leader beaver, after he argues their magical Canadian beans, the beavers and the Kaiju Council surround Mao.
Okay.
And they're going to take him back to the castle.
See, I have this image of one of the beavers dragging Mao by his ear, like an errant child.
Like an errant child? Yeah.
Come with me. Come back to the palace.
Yeah, there's so many options for Dune. And what I find interesting, though, is that, like, people who only read the first book are like, oh, yeah, Paul Atreides is so awesome, right? But you have to read all the books to understand the whole story. And it's...
No spoilers!
Oh, yeah.
I read the first book, and I want to read the rest, but I kind of want to enjoy the ride that Denis Villeneuve is taking me on.
Yes.
So I'm enjoying the movies, and then I'm going to read the rest of the books.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. But just know that, it's that Paul's not the best.
Yeah, I'll read it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the best.
Yeah. Like, people who are like worship him and stuff, it's like, no, you don't understand. You're not getting the point of the books. Yeah. And so it's interesting. Ian has read the entire series. I've read the first book.
Ooh.
So, I know how it ends because Ian's told me, but like, he shared like snippets and little bits of it with me and stuff.
Let's talk about something else.
We're drawing giant beavers.
Giant beavers and monsters.
Let's see. Let's do this. We'll have a tail in there.
Can we see what Kay's drawing?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go see what Kay's doing, and then that way I can work on this without anybody's.
Excellent, Mao. Excellent, Mao. That indeed looks like Mr. Mao.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah.
My pen is misbehaving.
Your pen's misbehaving?
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, that's not good. Do you need to restart?
Nope, I'm fine.
Okay. Just want to make sure. I want to give you room to draw. Yes. So Dale, what's up tonight? And Dale's loves toys, so he knows a lot about toys. In 1984, Nat Lamp released a parody novel titled Dean. Yeah.
Good old National Lampoon.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of their books whenever they put out like comic collections.
Mm-hmm. Dale says, I'm here watching you guys. Hi, Dale. So no Chuck tonight? Chuck abandoned me in my time of need?
Maybe Chuck has other things to do. Don't guilt him.
Damn you, Chuck, in your life. No, I just tease him because I show up to their show to watch their show. And
has Dale watched Dead Boy Detectives yet? Obviously.
National Lampoon's humor has not aged well.
No, that's very true. National Lampoon humor has not aged well. But you could say that about a lot of things that were written and illustrated in the 60s and 70s and 80s.
Yeah. You know, Blazing Saddles, I don't think could ever be remade.
Oh, I hope not. That's genius in itself. Like one of the few movies I memorized. What is Dead Boy Detective? Call yourself a comic book fan.
Well, then
so you know Sandman, right? Well, you know Sandman, right? Right? Sandman?
Yes.
It's a spin-off from Sandman. They were actually a story within the Sandman oeuvre. I thought it was Matt Buckingham that illustrated it, but I've been corrected. It was Matt Wagner.
Well, maybe Wagner was going through a Buckingham phase.
No, maybe Buckingham was going through a Wagner phase.
That's possible for that too, you know.
That's the more of the historical confluence of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they did a whole TV series based on these kids. I love it. I mean, I think they're probably about 17 or 18 in this TV show. In the comic, they're like, I don't know, 11 or 12, maybe. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a story about one kid who was murdered at the boarding school he was living at. The bullies like beat him and killed him. And this was like in the early 1900s. Mm-hmm. And then another boy in the 80s gets hurt and killed. And so they find each other in the school and they become best friends. And they're just like, they don't want to die. So they decide to run away from death from the Sandman. And they solve mysteries. They're paranormal detectives. And the TV show is excellent.
Dale says, nope, I don't know Sandman. I am an Underground's newspaper strip and webcomic and Fortean strip and adult mad comics guy. Oh, and Goyd Key.
Yes. Well, Sandman's Vertigo, it's Neil Gaiman, and it's been made into an excellent TV series. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you like Neil Gaiman, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, I think probably one of my favorite of Dream's siblings is Delirium.
Mm-hmm. Me too. She's my favorite too. When the Sandman TV series started, I literally took my Delirium stuffed toy with me downstairs to watch it with my brother. I was like cuddling it. I never thought I'd get to see a Sandman TV series. I love those comics so much.
Dale also says, oh, and history comics like Larry Gonick.
Yeah, I've got a Larry Gonick comic. Which one is it? I want to say it's like the history of maybe sex? Or maybe it's the history of rock and roll. I got one of them. I forget which one it is, but I do have a Larry Gonick comic. I know I do. In my collection.
Yeah, I don't think I have any. I think I'm without Larry.
Just historical comics. I mean, they're not necessary to have, I guess. I don't know, but they're interesting. They're definitely interesting. Okay, so... Yeah, that is the weirdest toque I've ever seen. It looks like his hair.
Well, here, let me do this.
Make it a pom-pom at the top.
Oh, you want a pom-pom?
Yeah, that's typical toque. There, perfect. Looks like a toque now.
Okay, there. Now it's over his ear.
Perfect.
Okay,
perfect.
Better?
Way better. Okay. Way better. Tail's still lacking. History of the Universe. I wonder if that's the one I've got. I gotta go outside and check in my bookshelves, but I can't because my brothers are out there.
What are your brothers doing?
Being loud and obnoxious and talking to each other about video games.
What video games?
I am not including them in this. One of them is not speaking to me, so there's no point in going out there and discussing.
Wait, why is he not speaking to you?
Because they're really not worth getting into on there.
Okay. It's you know, the hole gets deeper. I'm curious. I want to go down the rabbit hole.
It's not live on air. It's not necessary to tell the whole world.
No worries. Okay, we won't do that. We won't bug your brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No worries. Yeah, I'm drawing Gamera here.
Have you ever played Fallout? Everyone's freaking out about that TV series.
I have played Fallout. Ian just downloaded 76 because they finally fixed all the bugs in it, and I played 4. I had fun with it.
Nice. I don't know which one I played, but I did play. One day I played one of them.
Oh, you just.
It was
don't
a
know which
desert one. It was a desert one. There was lots of desert stuff.
It was probably New Vegas or Fallout 3.
Probably 3,
Yeah.
because it was a while ago.
Yeah. And let's see. I need to have Gojira. Yes. There's my Gojira. So, yeah. Ian.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Is she replacing the cat cam?
Oh, you're hungry?
Yes. The replacement on the cat cam right now is Columbo cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I could barely see him because he's almost as camouflage in the. From a distance, you could almost say he's the same as the crocheted blanket.
Yeah. But that's him. He stole the spot, and so that's where he's at right now.
What's a guy thing? What did I say that? He quoted me. It's a quote.
Is it a guy thing? No, I think he was asking like the issue with your brother and stuff. Like, oh, is it a guy thing? I don't know. I could be wrong.
It's an alcohol thing.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't worry, I'll just draw Godzilla then. I lived through the 80s and the day after, and a stack of WW3 flicks like Failsafe and Threads and Tusk and the bed sitting room. No fucking way I'm watching or playing Fallout. Okay. You don't have to. Yeah, well, Dale is a very staunch non-drinker. And, it's good for him. I myself am having a Mike's Hard Lemonade at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not against it. It's just that some people drink a lot and get really mean.
Yeah.
And violent.
My father did not have, when he passed away, he had a 35-year chip and then 2 other 1-year chips because they don't make a 37-year chip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
good for him.
Yeah, so he was 37 years sober when he passed of cancer. And, it was something that in our house we were always very aware of. My parents were always like, hey, if there's alcohol there, you can always call home and get a ride, and I'd rather you call me than try and drive drunk and stuff like that. And then always make sure you have a designated driver and the whole shebang. So I feel like that was probably better upbringing than not having upbringing like that, because now I'm aware of it, right down to having non-alcoholic drinks and stuff when you have a party in a cooler, because you never know what people are going through and you want to give them an option without them feeling like, oh man, do you have something that's not beer? And
make them feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so not only that, but it also can include kids at the party because then they have a cooler too. But everybody has a drink and it doesn't, affect anyone negatively. So the more you know, ding. I'm gonna check out Kay's panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Kay's and Kay, can you make sure to mark it as panel 2?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so is it time to go back to the flying pigs?
I think so, but I'm not there yet. I'm going to be drawing panel 3, and I'm still drawing Mothra here.
No problem. We'll take our time.
Yeah. And do you remember how long it took me to draw Mothra last time?
No, I do not.
That was one of the episodes where we only did 3 panels.
Hey, you guys aren't Canadian. I can dazzle you with this. Can you put me in the big screen?
Yeah. Okay, I'll put you in the big screen. Let me do that. Boop.
See what's on the back of our $5 bill is the arm. That's because all the arms in space that NASA has ever used was invented and created by a Canadian.
Yay!
This is our plastic monopoly money that everybody makes fun of.
Mhm.
But I tell you, I spilled Coke on some money and I just wiped it off. It didn't get soggy, it didn't rip or nothing. It was great.
That's because you have money for the future. Yeah, and Dale
And
went
you know,
all
actually,
broke.
a lot of countries have plastic money like this, and I know that because I worked at the currency exchange for a year.
Yeah.
But I just have 20s and 5s. I never have cash on me anymore, so it's kind of a novelty. Look, the Queen's still on her money. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. I actually saw Charles Nickel last week for the first time.
Oh, that must have been interesting.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hi, baby.
Charles Nickel.
Dale says it does have a clear window.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand. Not the Euros yet, though, but the UK does. Like London and that, England. They're all plastic. Scotland and Ireland is plastic. Hong Kong is plastic. Yeah, there's a lot of countries that are plastic. You're not late, Meat Beep. You can come whenever you like. We welcome you at any time.
Okay.
Australia and New Zealand are the only countries that have close to our exchange rate. Like all the other countries, you either lose money or you gain money, but Australia and New Zealand, it's almost dollar for dollar. To Canada, anyways. To the US, it's usually 1.3 to 1.4-ish. I don't know what it is these days because I haven't looked lately.
Well, it's not something, currency exchange isn't something that generally people are like watching.
Yeah. Well, I did when I worked there. I also did when I worked at the comic book store because we'd always have to reprice the comics into Canadian prices from American.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Okay, so I am on the next panel. I'm on panel 3.
Oh, cool. Is it a character sheet for cosplay or like Dungeons and Dragons or like just for fun? Meat Beep is making a character sheet.
Yeah, I've been trying to get into new things and I've made my first character sheet. Excellent. USA won't the CIA provides foreign aid by helping countries counterfeit our dough. Okay. Can we keep conspiracy theories off the thing? Yeah, so
isn't Dale not even American though? Isn't Dale like British?
No, Dale. No, you're thinking of Chuck. No, Dale is American.
Chuck is British. Sorry, Dale. My mistake. I started to confuse you with Chuck. My mistake.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Dale. I'm so sorry, Dale.
So, Leader Beaver and Kaiju Council surround Meow. Okay.
For causing so much hassle.
And there's chaos at the Oak Castle. We have Willendorfs, we have poop flying, we have our team flying around in flying pigs. And so what happens next? Well,
didn't the Willendorfs want Dot Badan as well?
Yes, we haven't seen her in a long time.
Okay, so I think what's going to happen is the Willendorfs are going to be twofold. They're going to be defending the castle that's in flames and also be trying to find Dot Badan because they wanted her as well. And then our crew is trying to save Dot Badan. And beavers are going to put Mao in jail in the dungeons of the castle. They're very single-minded about this.
Okay. So we're gonna say.
Oh, it's for D&D. Awesome. So Meat Beep just said the character sheet is for D&D character. My new original character, they say.
Excellent. So okay, because I have a computer reading me comments in my ear, I missed about half of what you're saying, Robin, because they were typing.
Sorry. Great.
So help me out.
Dude,
So,
if you use the word ain't, you're totally an American citizen. That's like an Americanism. That's like if I say A, they know I'm Canadian.
yeah.
Or pop. If I say pop.
Or sorry.
Sorry.
You have
Sorry.
to have
Sorry.
but you have to have like the ooh, sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. Well, they did South Park. It was all sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, before we get completely off topic. So you said there's Willendorf's trying to get Dautbaton. What and then again
so they're running through the castle looking for her. There's Willendorf's trying to defend the castle because it's up in flames and chaos and poop is raining and so are porta potties. And then the beavers are dragging Mao to a dungeon in the castle because they're very single-minded about it. And we already know our crew is trying to save Dautbaton as well.
Okay.
So you can choose to focus on who you want to focus on, but I think that's the agendas and the motivations of all our crews right now.
In the castle as the
going to jail.
beavers take Meow to jail.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
Which means this leaves it to Kay to have our group, and somehow they're trying to find Dautbaton as well. They're trying to find Otis so that they can get home. So that's up to Kay to say that our group is also trying to find Dautbaton.
Right. She's in charge of the Flying Pig Squad.
Yeah. So you got to draw the flying pigs.
All right. So
and the dialogue would just be our intrepid crew land their flying pigs to rescue Dautbaton.
And don't forget to remove the lorem ipsum.
I'm trying to. It keeps coming back. I can't get rid of it.
If our heroes are the prisoners of beavers, and instead of a ball and chain, it could be curling rock and chain.
Oh, Canadian, right? Yeah. He really wants the curling.
Yes, I think he is a fan of the curling rock.
Our heroes are not the prisoners of the beavers. Chairman Meow is nobody's hero. And that's who is the beaver prisoner. He's going to rot in jail.
You want Meow to rot in jail?
Yeah, well, he tried to stage a coup. There's nothing good about him.
Let's see. I took a break from the cosplay, and I'm working on the new one. Ooh, what's your new one, Meep Beep? What's your new cosplay? Let's see. We'll have this.
What kind of music are you playing? It kind of sounds like folky, medievally. I don't know.
It's just the acoustic on the restream music.
Yeah, usually it's more
technically. On YouTube, female curlers are hot. Meep Beep says it's from a series that I'm still working on finishing. Okay.
So there's this company that has these characters called Terry Pandas. I think I told you about them before. They're pandas with no bones, and they're like the competitor company of Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
But they have these other characters called Sumiko Garashi. And they're like the little dudes that hide in the corners of your room.
Mm-hmm.
They're very cute. And I got a polar bear with a little, what is she? I don't know what she is. She's like a little hobo packet. You remember when hobos put like little napkins on a stick? Remember those images where the hobos had that little napkin on a stick?
Yeah,
that's what she is.
I see that. Those little blue or green figures.
Yeah, that's what the Sumiko Garashis are.
See, and then we'll have this. We'll have this guy right here. With
But they're
his-
kind of cool because they're super shy and they all have their own little buddies with them. And I found them at my local bookstore, which was my chapters,
Here,
which was
Let me
weird.
put you.
Oh,
Let me put
finally.
you in the big window. Sorry about
There
that.
you go. They stack up. See, they stack up.
Oh,
And then there's the other ones there.
yeah, bindles. That's what they were called. The
Bindles,
carpet
yes, thank
back
you,
on the
Bindles.
yes.
Here she is. She's not on a stick, but she's a little bindle, I guess. Get her. And then here's the polar bear. Pretty cute. I don't know. I really like the company because their characters are all bizarre. So, like I've told you about the dog that looks like it's getting beaten, and then there's the African, which is a dog that has different colored afros. Yeah, you don't see hobos that much anymore, do you? Do you
Yeah,
see
you don't-
hobos?
Yeah, you don't see bindles much anymore. Bindles, hobos were bindle stiffs.
Bindle stiffs. Oh, neat. Well, I do have a photo of me back in the 80s as a 3-year-old. Maybe it's the 70s, dressed as a hobo for Halloween. This
Very
guy
nice.
is called Tokaj, which is like those little lizard creatures in Usagi Yojimbo, and he comes as like a snail. See the little snail? Little snail.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. I like his face.
They're simple but adorable. I just wish Terry Pandas would become popular again, and then I would finally get more merch from that. It's so hard to find their merch now because nobody likes them anymore. Like they're not Rilakuma popular or Sumiko Gurashi popular.
Well, you know, it'll come. I'm trying to draw the Willendorfs, and I guess they're in a giant sewer. This is going to be Meow over here, freaking out.
Why are they in a sewer?
Well, it's a dungeon. But
Oh, okay.
It kind of ended up like a sewer. I don't know. It's
Great. I trust your process.
I don't.
Have
Yeah.
faith in your work, madame. Have faith in your work.
It's hard for me to have faith in my work sometimes when it's like I don't know. I'm drawing insanity here.
That's awesome, though. Drawing insanity, no one's going to tell you you're doing it wrong.
I suppose that's true.
I have to get most of my toys now at used toy shops and toy shows. Yeah, they're not cheap anymore. That operetta was way too much money. And I really told myself I was going to stop buying toys, but I just can't. I'm finding it so hard to stop.
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong. What do you mean? Because I'm spending full prices on it? Yeah, I guess.
No, me. I'm doing it wrong.
Oh,
Because
no, you're not.
said that
Oh,
no,
that's right, because I said that. Well, he doesn't know what he's talking about because he's not even drawing. He's just
could draw.
criticizing.
He could. He has
could.
access to Clip Studio Paint. If he wanted to come on the show, he could draw and do it.
Have you invited him?
I have not yet, but I can. I will do that.
Let's
I'm
invite
inviting
Dale
him.
someday.
Yeah, Dale, why don't you come on the show sometime?
Let us know what you think, Dale. But yeah, toys at Comic-Cons. I don't actually find a lot of toys that I like at the conventions. Usually when I go to the conventions now, I just buy romance comics. It's the easiest thing to find. Although I did finally get my Spider-Man list together, so I guess I could start looking for those. Just, I don't know. I gotta stop buying stuff. It's so dumb. All I keep thinking about is who's gonna deal with it all when I'm dead.
Yeah, I don't know. Having a little one, you think like, oh, I'm gonna get this for her.
I don't think that at all. I have a 2-year-old nephew, and I'm like, none of this goes to him. None of it. Talk to me this week, and I will come on. All right. So, Kay, are you coming on the show next week?
I could take a break.
Yeah.
Okay. It's up to
Yeah.
you. I mean, like, we love having you, but if you do want to take a break, we will welcome on Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dale, with all of his quick art advice to Chuck, will be in the spotlight to see if he too can draw quick art.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if you put your money where your mouth is.
Hopefully the 10-year-olds won't be around next week because they came up with some pretty interesting ideas. Oh no, that's no fun.
Yeah.
What did your late uncle collect a lot of stuff? Was he a hoarder?
Probably. Let's see. Let's do this and then.
I live to fail. There's no failure on this show. That's why it's such a good show.
There's a little bit of failure. Not a lot.
It's not failure though. It's learning.
We're learning.
It's experience. It's not failure. It's like my dad. I was looking for something and I couldn't find it. I think it was like a cheap car vacuum or something. And he was like, "You failed." And I'm like, "It's not failure. I was just unsuccessful in finding something. It doesn't make it a failure."
Let's do a pastel.
Oh, he had guns. Oh, yeah. My dad's got guns, but he's got all the paperwork for it. Former military guy. He'd be in a lot of crap if he didn't. But I think I have to sell them before he dies, because if I don't, then I just have to hand them over. I don't get any money for them. I seem to recall him telling me that a couple of months ago. He's even got like old, like, I think he's got like a flintlock rifle too. He's got all these weird things. He had like a 9mm pistol. I don't know if he still has that. I did fire that once because it was weird. I was like in Army cadets and we were on exercise at the same time as my dad was on, his military group was on exercise. So he was screwing around on the range with his pistol. And I was like, "Hey, Dad." And I was like, "Hey, could I fire that?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So the only time I ever fired like a gun. Other than that, I've only done like rifles, and I did fire a howitzer, which is a giant cannon.
I have fired a handgun. Just practice shooting in a friend's backyard. But I fired a handgun. I don't like guns. I'm not a fan of them.
I mean, I like them for like marksmanship. But I would never kill animals or anything like that. That's not something I'm very even remotely interested in. But like as a skill, it's kind of a neat thing. Like, you do there's biathlon, right? And they do marksmanship with rifles and that Olympic sport. So I think that's kind of interesting. Yeah, howitzer, because I was in the artillery cadets, and so when we went to Grayling, which is in Michigan, and they have a giant range for howitzers. And so I got to fire a howitzer. I learned how to do that. It's fun. I don't know. You do weird things. Like, I was from a small town in Ontario in Sault Ste. Marie, like when I spent my teenage years. So there wasn't a lot to do. Plus, my parents always insisted we have an extracurricular activity outside of school. So it was like Girl Guides for a while. And then I got bored of Girl Guides. So my dad was like, "You should try Army Cadets." And because he's Army guy, right? So I did, and it wasn't bad.
Back to the story.
No, let's keep talking about frivolous things.
The Willendorfs are searching for Dot Badon in the castle as the beavers take Meow to jail.
Yeah.
So Kay.
Here's an idea. Why don't you do like a diagonal slash across the screen, and then you can show both scenes at the same time.
Diagonal slash.
Like that's the panel is a diagonal slash like this.
Panel. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't have a diagonal slash.
And then like one shows the Willendorfs rushing into the castle, and the other one shows our heroes rushing out of the castle with Dot Badon because they found her first and they're running away.
Okay. We can't give Kay too much to do.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, the Willendorfs Dot Badon in the castle as the beavers take Meow to jail. That's what I drew, right? And so then we need to have our group
well, she has them landing. That's perfect. Huh?
We need to have our group find Dot Badon first.
Okay.
And
So, Kay, how would you like to draw that?
To find Dapadan, that they enter the old castle.
Yeah.
And there are so many doors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm trying to get you in a good spot where I can read it, but I keep like getting it too
Maybe
small.
maybe Philo has like a way of. Maybe Philo has a way, like with sound waves or like a whistle or something, that only Otis will understand or hear, because they were the same body at one point, and then she comes out of the woodwork, and then they grab her and go.
Again, we got to make sure it's something that can be done in 1 or 2 panels.
Yeah, of course. I'm just giving ideas, and then from that she can figure out what images she wants to put on the page. I'm not married to any of this. Like, if she says I don't want to draw any of it, I'll be like, yeah, okay, cool. I don't care.
Okay, so the group enters the oak castle. I mean, I thought you drew that. I thought you had them.
They were landing their pigs.
They were landing, yeah.
Okay, so the group enters.
But you don't have to show them entering. You could. They're already in the castle. We know they're going to enter the castle because they've already landed.
Mm-hmm.
We just say that they find Dot Badon first because we've seen them land. So yeah, our group finds Dot Badon before the Willendorfs.
Is it D-O-P-P-A?
How about this? How about this for an image?
A-T. And then next word is it's D-H-A-T. And then the next word is Badon, B-A-D-A-N.
How about like Otis, Otisina, or whatever her name is, whistles, and then you see Dot Baton peek her head out of a door, and then you can draw whatever else you want. But those, like, that's pretty simple, right? Like,
yeah,
they've got their secret whistle.
Yeah, so they find Dot Badon before the Willendorfs. And then what happens after they find Dot Badon? Like, do the Willendorfs come across them? Do they, do they get out before anyone realizes they're there?
I would like that to happen, but at the same time, it's just going to be another battle, and we've had quite a few battles. So I think it's time that they whisk away to another adventure.
Okay, so
because Dot Badon is Otis, or what? Yeah, is Otis. Yeah. So they're gonna. She turns into a new portal, and they go elsewhere.
Okay, so we're just gonna leave Meow and Phyla in the land of Phyla, and we're just gonna jump into a new portal.
Yeah, but one of the flying pigs comes along.
Okay, we can do that.
Sure. Now, should it be the pig that has no wings and that he has a jetpack? Easier to draw? Or would wings be easier to draw?
Whisking the group away. Yeah, I don't know if Meow should come with them. Because technically Meow's there.
We need Meow to come with them, but maybe he'd be good for content.
Meow. The Dot Badon Otis creates a new portal, whisking the group away to a new dimension.
Because Meow's always going to cause trouble, no matter what they do.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Do we really want that along for the ride?
The portal snaps shut on the pig in mid-portal.
Oh, no!
Poor pig.
That's not nice. We want the pig to come with us.
And
we already have like a shit disturber in our group. Bluto is already a shit disturber in our group.
Well, don't forget, they're still women. We have not solved that yet. So they're still women. And so I'm just going to have...
I think they jump as women and a puma. Am I correct?
Yeah, Bluto is still a puma. And so, yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah. Let me. Oh no, I'll put up Kay because Kay's actually drawn something.
Okay, so Dale feels that there should be half a flying pig, that the portal snaps shut on the pig in mid-portal. And then that demonstrates the flying pig's regenerative capabilities, which is a very interesting idea. If the pig has that ability, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But then he can't be the jetpack pig, because obviously if they have regenerative capabilities, then that pig would have gotten wings eventually,
Yeah.
I think.
Unless it comes later, like in puberty or something, like in Invincible. Oh, I guess that's the one thing I have been watching lately is Invincible. We just finished season 1. We're now starting season 2.
Nice. I've only read half the comic series.
Well, at least you've read it.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I pretty much read anything Robert Kirkman does. He's a good writer.
I did not like The Walking Dead. I didn't like The Walking Dead because it's like there's no hope in the world, and I feel like there would be hope if that had happened. You know, it's like
That's a valid point, yeah.
You know, every time they ran across a place that was like running, they destroyed. You know, and it's like I feel like people would come together more than what happened in The Walking Dead. It was just dog eat dog. And yes, that would be part of it. And there would definitely be like gangs and you know, land barons and things like that. But you would also have people that just want to try and grow a garden and like raise their family, you know, and like try and keep the zombies at bay. And like we don't see any of that. We don't see people.
The irony here, folks, is that Amber lives in a more dystopian society than I do, and I am somehow more cynical about this future than she is.
Yeah.
If I lived in your country, I would think even worse thoughts of man, because it seems like there's a lot of compassion lacking in your country. Not everybody, yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of people that are kind and are compassionate, but like, I feel like you guys are taking steps back, and I'm worried about our country too, because my country is very reactionary. We've had the liberals in for a really long time, and I can just see them going conservative, like, because that's how Canada usually rolls, is we react the opposite when we're upset. And this next vote is going to be in response to COVID and everything. People are very crazy about it. It's going to be, So yeah, if I was living in the States, I would have a harder time believing that people would get together and be kind in the kind of apocalypse.
I guess, yeah, I guess I could see your points and stuff, but at the same time, there are the loud people, and then there's like everybody else, right? And you're always going to have loud people. You're always going to have people who are like, you know, my ideas are more important than your ideas. And those loud people might be conservative. They might be incredibly liberal. You know, there's communists out there that are loud, right? But they're loud people. It doesn't mean that everybody is listening to them.
Yeah, you know? That's a good point.
Yeah, and so I feel like human beings inherently work well together, and no man is an island unto himself. And I mean, like right now I'm drawing on a machine that's been designed by engineers so that I can draw on it, right? We're on the internet that's been created by a whole other set of engineers. We're using a program Restream that's been made by programmers and you know, like data designers and cloud server people and all of that. You know, I'm using Google. Right. And I mean, these are just digital things. Ian's playing a video game behind me. I have a mic, you know, all of this stuff is created by somebody else. Right. And even though I gather it to me, it's like, even if you were to go to like the mic warehouse, you know, the equipment there to run the warehouse, right? That's all created by somebody else. Right. We are a network of people. And I think when people realize that network's going to collapse, they're going to try and repair it. And so I don't know. That's just me. Dale says it is so bad in the USA. Someone thought it would be a moneymaker to make a film about a present day civil war to feed off the public fears. Yeah, but it was kind of dumb.
Can I also say that flying pigs that reproduce like starfish really needs to be incorporated into our story? That's an excellent one, Dale.
Oh, because they just kind of bud off new flying pigs.
I guess. I don't know how he meant it, but I think it sounds awesome.
Well, that's how starfish reproduce. Is they just kind of like, well, there's a couple ways for starfish to reproduce, but one way is you can like cut off like a limb of a starfish, it'll regrow that limb, and depending on how much you cut off, you can have the limb grow into a new starfish. And then you have two starfish.
Weird. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool. Starfish are really neat. And then if you've ever seen a starfish walk, they have like little fingers, right? They're actually tongues that they walk along, and it goes along. When you flip the starfish over, their mouth goes the entire length of all of their extremities, right? And then it's like kind of like right in the middle. Yeah. Let's see. Cut a flying pig in half. You get two. Starfish are interesting things, says Meat Beep. But yeah. Anyway, their mouth, basically, they have these little tongues on the side of their mouth. They look like little fingers, and they walk like little fingers. But that's how a starfish moves across the ground, and they can move at like, about 3 feet an hour, 3 or 4 feet an hour or so. I mean, they're not very fast.
No, but I've seen like sped up video of them moving. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that's neat. And then also seahorses are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The male is the one that's pregnant.
Yes. It's probably the only thing in the whole entire world like that. Wouldn't you say?
No, that's not true. There are
what else?
Of genders. Tons of
what
genders
else?
in science. Ooh, now you got me going to Google.
Other male species besides seahorse that have babies?
Let's see. So, an intersex bearded dragon's body resembles the body of a female, but its boldness resembles the behavior of a male. Even whales can have both male and female body parts. Belugas, for example, can have reproductive organs from both sexes. A pregnant male seahorse is an example. And then, there are some species of like fungus and stuff that have like multiple genders. They have like 5 or 6 different genders.
Yeah, but that's what I was asking. I was asking what other species actually the male gets pregnant, like the seahorse.
Okay.
Because to me, I mean, I would love to be corrected, but to me, I think it's the only species.
Oh, I could be wrong. Sea dragons. They're
yeah, but that's like seahorses. They're probably like a smaller version of a seahorse or something.
No, sea dragons are much bigger.
Okay, then a bigger version of a seahorse. Come on, it's probably the same genus. Sea dragons related to seahorse. Same family as seahorses. So I'm sorry, it doesn't count.
Let's see. Yeah, so far it just says seahorses.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, just plenty of male seahorses getting pregnant on the internet. Yeah, we'll go here where I'm drawing a portal. I don't know. It's getting there somewhere. We are.
Here it is. What do the male animals give birth? Yeah, it's the only. It says seahorses and their close relatives, sea dragons, are the only species in which the male gets pregnant and gives birth. Literally only.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought the point was like, that there was different genders in
no
nature.
I mean,
you know?
there's that fish where the male gets absorbed by the female and then his balls hang out off her body. Like,
Yeah,
I know that there's
anglerfish.
gender craziness in all sorts of creatures, but I was just saying, I think for a fact that seahorses are the only species where a male gets pregnant and the male gives birth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right.
Unless you're a trans female to male human.
Yeah.
Then you could do it.
And that's happened too.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, so we got this, and then yeah, but what I was reading about is like there's species of like ivy and stuff that have 5 different genders, and they mate with each other in different ways to create like different children ivies, you know, depending on how they crossbreed with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just kind of neat. In medieval
have you ever seen have you ever seen oh sorry
that was thought that the microscope, it was thought and drawn that a male sperm cell contained a tiny human that was that grew in the mommy's womb.
That's funny.
Yeah,
the little guy, there's a real actual little guy and there's really little guy.
well, I mean,
did you ever seen that Isabella Rossellini? You know Isabella Rossellini, the actress?
what's she been in?
Like Blue Velvet and Death Becomes Her and what else? Lots of stuff. She has a heavy Italian accent. Her mother was Ingrid Bergman. Her father was Federico Rossellini, the director. Anyways, she has a series on YouTube called Green Porno, and it is excellent because it's her showing all the mating rituals of all the animals you can think of. And it's funny because she'll it's like all done in paper art, but then she'll be involved in it too. Yeah, she's the immortal witch in Death Becomes Her. Thank you, Dale. I haven't seen Death Becomes Her since I was a teenager. I'd have to watch it again to remember.
Do you remember who the guy is that they're fighting over in Death Becomes Her?
Isn't it Bruce Willis?
Yeah, it's Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him, you know, reprising a kind of a comedy role after doing action movies for so long. Yeah.
No, the only 2 movies I ever found him even remotely attractive in was Hudson Hawk and Fifth Element. Those are the only 2 I found him attractive in.
The first Die Hard, you know, when he was just an everyman before he got big.
Yeah, but that's like an action movie. It's not like a romance movie.
All about the moonlighting.
Moonlighting is annoying. I went back and watched that like last year to see if I'd like it again because I loved it as a kid. And I could not handle their non-stop bickering. I got really fed up really fast. The one that I like from that era that I quite enjoy better is Remington Steele.
Yeah, I'm more Murder, She Wrote from that era.
Bring on the old ladies!
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Angela Lansbury. She was a national.
She's a good actress. She is a good actress. My favorite Angela Lansbury thing was Bed Knobs and Broomsticks when I was a kid. That was a great movie.
Yeah, that was one of Ian's favorite movies. I really liked her in The Court Jester.
Oh, I've not seen that one. Is that is that the one with Danny Kaye?
Yeah, that's the one with Danny Kaye.
Yeah, I love Danny Kaye. I love Danny Kaye.
He sings the song about being a court jester. That's like one of the greatest songs in the history of cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Dale says Bruce Willis was insanely good in The Jackal as the villain.
I really liked him too in was it Looper? Was that the one? And 12 Monkeys. Looper and 12 Monkeys too. He was in both those. He was really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just saying Fifth Element and Hudson Hawk are when I looked at him as like a sexy man, like a crush, like, oh, he's handsome and romantic and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When I was watching Die Hard, I wasn't like, oh, he's so hot. It's not a romantic movie.
No, but you know, it kind of is. He goes there to rekindle his love with his wife, and you know, it's over Christmas.
Oh, I liked him in Last Boy Scout too. I remember really liking him in Last Boy Scout.
Yeah,
but again, I haven't seen that since I was a teenager, so that could be a horrible movie now.
Now we're talking comic books here, okay? We have to mention Sin City. if we're talking Bruce Willis movies.
Yeah, that's true. And also Pulp Fiction. Do you remember he was in Pulp Fiction? But yeah, no, Sin City, definitely. He was really good in Sin City.
Okay, so I'm going to check in on Kay, because Kay is before me. The group finds Dot Badon before the Willendorfs, so there's Dot Badon. And then,
the doors are closing.
Yeah, and then...
doors are closing on the pig, and he's squealing, because he's going to be cut in half.
Because he's going to
No!
Yeah, and I can see that the door is also quite happy to be eating him. That's a nice touch, Kay. I like that.
Yep.
So they are
This is
jumping
awesome.
into another portal. Where do they go? Are they?
Well, I think the next page. I think the next page should be like a swirly thing, so they know that they're spinning around, going somewhere. Because I don't know if that's necessarily clear. She could be eating them.
I don't know.
Like didn't we have one before when they went into it where it was like a spiral panel and?
Yeah, I guess I could look it up. I was just doing this. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, let's see.
But I think it's a good visual cue so people know that they're like in the portal going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Whatever you did at that moment, at that time.
Here, I'll do that.
What? They're going into a portal? Another one?
No, they are jumping into a portal to escape the land of Philo, but we don't know where they're going.
Ah.
So that's where you come in, because then it's your panel. I'm trying not to leave you with the hard ones. I really am. Not trying to.
They leap into another portal to escape.
Yeah, to
escape. But to where?
But to where? Do they end up back home? Do they end up in a new dimension? Dale says, shouldn't they come out of the portal's character's butt if the mount is one side of the portal? Isn't that what we did last time?
Did they come? No, she was a vending machine last time.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that they came out of the butt. Here, just a
second.
Wait,
what in the butt?
I have it. Give me a second. I'm going back. Yep. If we go up here, this is where we're at. So, the group is trying to slink away, but the full moon comes out, revealing Otis is actually a were vending machine. And then Otis' mouth becomes an interdimensional portal that beckons the group. And then they enter the land of Philo, right? And we can see there's the portal up here. It could be out of a butt.
All right, go to it. I support this.
You support this?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And so again, okay, you're the one drawing the portal. Are they are you gonna come up with the world that they go to?
No, I'm coming up with them leaping into the portal all together.
Okay. And so we're just gonna have them leaping into the portal? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, because I'm trying to kind of bring these characters back from the brink of craziness.
Nice trick.
Yeah. Yeah, see. And don't forget, they're all women still.
Uh-huh.
And Bluto's a puma.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Gotta go back here then.
Okay, so there they are. They're going into the portal now. And then that means that you are drawing panel 6.
Uh-oh.
Are you numbering them?
Yeah, I am. I drew a
You should have 2, 4, and 6.
Okay.
Okay. And then panel 7. So it's up to me to figure out then what dimension they go into.
Yeah. It's up to
Okay.
you.
Okay. No pressure or anything.
All of it up on you.
Let's see. Okay. Let's do this. So, Hmm. There we go. Okay. And we will do that. We will have this. So maybe they enter the land of kaiju. You know, we've had kaiju, we've had pasta. Do they enter the land of pasta?
Yeah, that'd be an interesting throwback. The dog would be happy.
Yeah,
I'm
the
thinking
dog
the
would be
land of kaiju is a good idea, but then you guys have to draw all those monsters again.
That's true. The land of invisible kaiju.
The blank page. It's a snowstorm.
Ooh, I kind of like that they enter a void. All of these teleporter beings are aspects of a single being with clones, one in each dimension. They share a stomach dimension, which makes teleportation possible. Okay. So
Maybe they're inside somebody's body.
that they come out and they're inside somebody's body.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember that movie Inner Space where like Martin Short was like traveling all around the body?
Yeah. Do you remember who? Well, it wasn't Martin Short. It was Martin Short's body, and it was
It was Dennis Quaid traveling around in the body.
Yeah.
That's right.
You don't mix those two up.
No, you don't. Very different people. Very different.
And to Martin Short's credit, he did the comedy amazingly. You know.
Yes,
So,
he's
They
fantastic.
exit into somebody's body. They exit into somebody's body. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Now I got to figure out how to draw it. Now I got to figure out how to draw it. Let's see. They leap into another portal. Yeah. Dale says make the teleportation fail. They are stuck in the stomach with other beings who now live in the stomach dimension.
Like Beetlejuice?
I guess. Let's see. What I was kind of thinking. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so there's like a body. I don't know, I'll figure it out. We'll come back to me in a minute. We'll let Kay draw because hers actually looks like something.
Hers is actually happening.
Yeah, hers actually looks like something right now.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, where they fall into the portal like with a spiral. Like in Jack Skellington's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. Let's see. So we're gonna have okay. Ooh, I like your portal, Kay.
Now I'm drawing pigs and half a pig.
Yeah, since we have the half a pig now.
Poor pig, it's not fair. The pig
Now-
did nothing to deserve that.
Now we kept the upper half of the pig, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a pig with wings?
Yeah.
Okay.
My pen seems to have a mind of its own right now. Jeez. Okay. I'm not holding it right. That's probably why.
Yeah. Ooh. Now I'm trying to figure out how to draw a dog all cramped into his stomach. Yeah. Just kind of showing you guys what I'm kind of coming up with a little bit. We're just gonna have Bluto back here.
But I thought there was gonna. Wait, so are they in a person's body, or is this a stomach realm where there's lots of people?
It's a person's body in a stomach realm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a stomach realm because it's in a person's body. So, yeah. Like we'll put another like orifice here with like another stomach. Yeah. Maybe it's like lots of stomachs. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah. I could do that. I could, it's all these like stomachs. Here's another one. Or instead of in somebody's body, in the stomach realm. The stomach realm.
That sounds exciting.
The stomach realm. Oh man. I rediscovered Homestar Runner. They have
Right.
Yeah, they have a
Strong
YouTube
bad.
channel where they put all the old episodes and stuff from their channel up there. Yeah, it's
Nice.
Yeah. So
The good old days of Strong Bad.
oh yeah, the Strong Bad email, was my weekly go-to.
Yeah, it was good times, man. Love Strong Bad. And Trogdor the Burninator.
Yeah, I joined a Facebook group, and like everybody's been sharing all this old Homestar Runner stuff. So I went and I like listened to a bunch of old videos today.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So we are going to have, this is the stomach realm.
Where did it go?
I could probably just do that. That way I'm not worried about it. Let's see. Limousine, keep on zining.
Wow, that looks crazy.
What, the stomach realm?
Yes.
Yeah, we're having the portal.
Cool.
Like dumping them there. This is the half a pig.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's a slow roast.
Yeah, but it's okay. He has wings. We're gonna regenerate him at some point, I hope.
I kind of like him as two halves right now. Okay, guys.
Well, I thought the door cut him in half, and then his other half was left on that side of the door.
Oh, that's right. I've got it flying over here. It got sucked in.
It got sucked in? Okay.
Yeah.
That works. As long as there's logic behind the pig being cut in half by the door before they fall into the portal going into the stomach realm. As long as there's logic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Has to be.
The stomach realm needs lots of colons to go to different dimensions, according to Dale. Yeah. I picked acoustic today for the music. It's a little weird. It's like, I don't know. Our other music, I think, was much nicer. I
liked it better, yeah. I agree.
Do you remember the weird shit we used to draw to?
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So here's the problem with that is
Yeah.
I had copyright strikes on YouTube for uploading all the old Philo strips because or the Philo episodes because the music apparently had copyrights on it, even though we
Yeah.
used public domain music that we had all the rights to use.
Yeah, sometimes we weren't using public domain, but yeah, most of the time we were. And yeah, Sony or whatever gets really hyper, really hyper. I was
Yeah,
watching
they do.
4 years ago. I was watching a group. They had bought a piece of music from Sony to use for their performance online,
Mm-hmm.
and Sony cut them down as they started the show.
Yeah.
They paid for the music, so he had to show that they paid for it
Yeah.
and run a show at the same time. Not fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And it's like, no, I swear I'm doing this legally.
Mhm.
And the thing is like I'm gonna have to either completely track down every single musician and get their permission, or I just let it go and realize that those videos are never going to be monetized. So that's what I did is I just uploaded them online, and I know that they're never going to be monetized, and that's okay. If anyone wants to watch old Philo episodes, I won't make a dime on it.
Were those ones that you were drawing many years ago?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I started to. I copied one to my hard drive or to an external hard drive from a CD that I had or DVD that I had, and I wasn't really sure about what codec, what format. I just simply copied it, what it was. And it's probably a totally different game now. And I asked Hamill about it, and he gave me an answer that was probably a good one, but I didn't understand it because I don't do video.
Yeah.
That's a new thing for me.
There's a lot of tutorials online that can help you out, especially starting out. DaVinci Resolve is free, and it's turning into an industry standard. So it's really good. There's a lot of really good videos and stuff for it. There's another one that I use that's called, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Caden Live, I think, is the name of it, and it's also a free one. I had to stop using DaVinci Resolve because I have 3 monitors hooked up to my computer, and it messed with my graphics card, and DaVinci Resolve wouldn't read any new files, right? And it's something that people have mentioned on their forums and stuff as having a problem with that. So, it's just something that I'm just going to have to figure out eventually. But for right now, I'm using Caden Live. And it's, again, plenty of tutorials online. It just takes time, like anything else. So, yeah. So
practice.
That's the stomach dimension. And we are at 8:28. I think the stomach dimension might be the last panel. Because we're right there, and yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't know what's in the stomach dimension. Stomachs, apparently,
Looks good to me.
Does it look like their stomachs? Here I'll
more stomach.
Let's see. We'll do this. We'll we'll have like acid bubbles and stuff. Yeah, as they're doing that, and then there's this guy over here. I don't know what he's doing. He's got stuff in there, but yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's the stomach dimension.
Great.
So, the dog doesn't look very dog-like. Put an island in that stomach. He wants an island in the stomach. Okay.
Yeah, the one in the distance, that's the perfect place for it.
There. Yeah, an island with one palm tree. See?
Of course.
Yes. Yeah, so I did it. One island with one palm tree. Okay, that was a fun show. I want to start by thanking my cat. This is Columba Cat, who decided to be our cat cam
Yeah,
cat for today. Thank you. And then,
adorableness.
I want to look at Kay's panel. They leap into
I
another
thought-
portal to escape, but to where? And then, that's them leaping into the portal to escape. And then go on to my panel, which is this one right here. They exit into the stomach realm. So that's them coming through the portal and going into the stomach realm. And then, yeah. Kay, thank you so much for joining us today and being an artist with us. Dale, I'm going to hold you to it to come next week and being an artist with us and give Kay a break for a week. And we'll see you next time that you come on. And this is me, but I wanted to say goodbye to Robin first.
See you later.
Yeah, bye, Robin.
Bye.
Oh, I cut her off. So goodbye, Miss Robin. Goodbye, Miss Kay. Goodbye, audience. Goodbye, Dale. And good night, Moon. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and I'll see you guys in the future. Have a great day.